I will provide an overview of Mecklenburg County's emergency response efforts to mitigate the impact of the disruption of that SNAP benefits will have on residents that depend on the program for critical food and nutrition services. This disruption in benefits is impacting vulnerable populations in our community, including children, seniors, people with disabilities, and our low-income households. As many of you are aware, despite having the largest amount of SNAP recipients in North Carolina, Mecklenburg County is not permitted, nor are we financially in a position to supplement the costs associated with the federal program. The estimated monthly value of these halted benefits is $24 million, or about $175 per participant per month. This disruption in service will affect approximately 138,500 individuals across 63,000 households. Despite a pause in benefits, Mecklenburg County will continue to provide food and nutrition services through our ongoing programs, our community resource centers, in addition to processing SNAP applications and renewals. As an organization responsible for health and well-being of our residents, Mecklenburg County cannot sit idle given our knowledge of the devastating impact that this pause in benefits will have on our community members. In the days leading up to the disruption in service, Mecklenburg County began establishing a contingency plan in response to the realities we now face. Today, I would like to announce that Mecklenburg County is prepared to devote $740,000 to undergird our food resources, increase capacity for our pantries and food distribution sites in anticipation of the acute increase in demand that this disruption in service will propel. The identified emergency funds will support the expansion of food pantry resources and distribution efforts, establish a temporary emergency food assistance initiative, provide incentives at local farmers markets, and aid in the collection of additional food resources. The expansion of food pantry resources will provide 28,000 additional weekly food boxes to be distributed by Nourish Up. This will also include the purchase of additional food to be distributed at the county's resources center. As part of our plan to expand our community's food distribution efforts, Mecklenburg County will expand mobile market food distribution for SNAP-eligible seniors with additional food supply and service time. In addition, we will be distributing turkeys to about 1,000 households at the Ella B. Scarborough Community Resource Center. The established new and temporary emergency food assistance initiative we are launching will provide $50 of food gift cards to any resident newly approved for emergency SNAP benefits during this time. As part of the county's SNAP Double Bucks incentive at local farmers markets, we will provide special one-time $50 farmers market vouchers to eligible SNAP households. Last but certainly not least, to allow for our residents to assist further in our emergency response efforts, we will be installing food donation boxes at our public libraries and park and recreation facilities. In addition, we have partnered with Nourish Up to create a new online portal for financial donations. Individuals willing to donate can do so at nourishup.org/MECCares. Again, that is nourishup.org/MEC-cares. Mecklenburg County will continue to collaborate with our community partners to ensure that impacted families receive the support they need during this time. We will be doing so as we continue to work with our local, state, and federal partners to reinstate the timely delivery of the critical SNAP benefits. The county is not alone in our efforts. There are various organizations and churches leaning in and working hard to fill the current void established as a result of the current federal government shutdown. I would like to publicly thank all of our community partners, the Mecklenburg County of Commissioners, and of course our county staff for their support and efforts during this critical time. As an organization, we acknowledge the fierce urgency of this moment, which is why our plan places great value on both a swift deployment of resources and impact. To be frank, we are doing our part. However, despite the outlined response that I just shared with you, the need for food and nutrition assistance in Mecklenburg County is still immense. We remain in dire need for the current shutdown to draw to a close in a way that will make our community once again whole. The efforts that I've shared, while meaningful, address only a fraction of what is needed for our vulnerable population. We have 138,500 individuals that are receiving these benefits across 63,000 households. As we roll out the county's emergency response, I would like to ask our residents and community partners for some grace. We may have a few hiccups in our rollout, but we'll be sure to address them accordingly and as they arise. Before I open up for any question that you may have, I'd like to give our chair of the board an opportunity to address you as well. Mr. Chair.
Well, thank you, Mike. Good morning, everyone. First, let me start off by just saying thank you. Certainly want to thank the county manager for his leadership during this time. Also, his amazing executive team that is behind me, as well as all of the Board of County Commissioners. We are really, as the manager said, we're leaning into this situation. 63,000 households, 138,000 individuals. We're taking this situation extremely seriously. The Board of County Commissioners is ready, and we stand at the ready to take any recommendations from our staff. This is a first step. We acknowledge that it's a first step, but as conditions change on the ground, we'll continue to look for recommendations from our staff to move forward. I do want to thank our community partners. As was stated by the manager, so many people in this community have reached out. They want to lean in, they want to help, they understand the urgency and the impact. And so I want to thank all of them, from our faith community to our nonprofit partners and everyone else. And that's exactly what this community is about. We step up and lean in. We're going to continue to do that. And as conditions change, we'll change and adjust. So thank you, everybody. I want to thank our team once again.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Now at this time, myself, as well as members of my leadership. Yes. $40,000 is coming. We had
any part of this targeting schools specifically, helping kids that are in schools?
currently, this funding is not addressing directly schools, but as you can imagine, some of these recipients, of course, are children, so they will reap the benefits of this assistance as well.
This question may repeat something you already said, but we would like for Telemundo to have something in Spanish as well. Can we just get a little bit of a summary of what the plan is in Spanish and how it's going to benefit the community?
Sure, by all means.
So if you could ask him in English, she will translate his answers to you, and if you could just keep them together.
So what are a couple of the key points that this plan is going to be addressing? Who is it going to be benefiting?
Sure. So Mecklenburg County is providing $740,000 to provide some assistance to minimize the impact from the delay of the SNAP benefits. That funding will go towards gift cards, food gift cards, as well as extending the hours for our pantries, along with some other services such as turkeys that will be given out in November to provide some assistance to this 138,500 residents that are going to be impacted. But I want you all again to be mindful that this is only a fraction of the population that this funding will support. Actually, it's about 30%. So the need is greater than the resources that we currently have that we're providing, but we stand strong in terms of providing the support and doing our part to support those individuals that will be impacted.
El condado de Mecklenburg se ha preparado con $740,000 para ayudar a alrededor de un 30% de la comunidad de las necesidades básicas con los alimentos. Eso cubre, ayuda a poner más en las despensas de alimentos que tenemos disponibles, al igual que se va a hacer a dar pavos para el Día de Acción de Gracias también. Y eso solamente cubre algunos 30%. La necesidad es muy grande y entonces nos estamos preparando para ayudar en lo más posible. Nos hemos preparado para ayudar en la cantidad más posible de las personas.
The other thing,
del condado. I'm sorry.
no, you go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
The other thing I want to stress is, once again, Mecklenburg County, along with the other 99 counties, are not permitted to supplement this funding to support the SNAP benefits. In Mecklenburg County, the monthly cost is about $24 million. To put that in context, the value of 1 cent is about $31 million as well. So we're not, legally can we do that, nor do we have the resources to support it as well. And we want to just make that clear. However, despite that, we're providing $740,000 to provide some assistance to minimize that impact.
So, el condado de Mecklenburg ni ningún otro condado de 99 condados del estado de North Carolina está permitido suplementar los beneficios de alimentos y nutrición. Entonces, a pesar de eso, hemos tomado la iniciativa de sacar $740,000 para ayudar de alguna manera a las familias en estos momentos.
Thank you. Yes.
So is there a specific amount of time that you're expecting the $740,000 to last? And if the government shutdown continues, will you consider allocating more funds in the future?
That's a really good question. You know, this is day 34. And some of the options that I provided you, such as those food boxes, that would cover us for about 4 weeks, so about a month. And then some of the others are really first come, first serve as well. We are prepared, if necessary, to take another look at our resources to see what we have available, should it be necessary to provide additional support beyond this up to 30 days relief that we're providing.
Attorney General Jeff Jackson has joined other states in a lawsuit against the Trump administration over SNAP funding. Can you provide any details on what success for the Attorney General in that case might mean for the
Success is simple. It is having those benefits provided as soon as possible.
You mentioned that there are food boxes at rec centers as well as
And libraries.
Are those currently in place now, or will those be rolled out?
They're not in place now, but I have Yulonda speak to the specifics of that.
Good morning. Afternoon, I guess, right now. So those particular food boxes in partnership with Nourish Up were delivered out this morning for collections. So when we talk about designated locations, right now we have 5 designated locations, 2 park and rec facilities. That would be Eastway Regional Recreation Center, Northern Regional Recreation Center, and then we have the 3 regional libraries as well that will be doing collections, and so that would be Allegra Westbrook Regional, University City Regional, as well as South Regional. And those were delivered out for individuals to start donating to those particular locations if you are here to support our residents. As we know, many Mecklenburg County residents want to help. And so we have those 5 locations right now that are set up for you to be able to do drop-offs.
Are there any particular items that people should be
And there are actually a list available there. Of course, we're looking for shelf-stable foods, protein items, low sodium items are some of the things especially that they're looking for, but they would be able to find out exactly what's needed. You can go to our Nourish Up site, who is our partner for this initiative as well. Another item that is not food related that is also a priority need is diapers as well. So if you want to be able to donate something in addition to food, diapers are something that they are looking for as well.
In addition to diapers, some local businesses have been collecting feminine hygiene products. Is that something you can donate as well?
It's not on our specific priority list, but again, we do know that that's a need in many vulnerable communities.
You mentioned a mobile food service program. Is that different from Meals on Wheels, and is that in effect now?
Good afternoon. Yes, so our mobile market program is what the county manager was referring to, and that is fresh produce that we provide at various locations throughout the county. Right now we are serving between 250 and 300 seniors a week, and so during this month and next month, if necessary, we're planning to increase our capacity to provide fresh produce and some shelf-stable items to an additional 250 seniors that are SNAP eligible.
Are they in effect today? Is it starting today? And if so, where can we find them?
So the mobile markets are in operation right now. The increased capacity we will leverage and begin rollout this week.
What parts of the, oh, I'm sorry.
I was just wondering what part, where would we be able to find them?
So we have multiple locations. We can give you access to that on through our website, mecklenburg.gov, but we have 5 major locations for the distribution.
Yep. And I will step in. There is a food pantry here, and for those of you that want, we can take you on a tour so you can get that on this site.
What parts of the county are you seeing this the most need for these services?
So I don't have that information, those specifics with me. However, I suspect that that need is spread across the majority of the county, but we can certainly follow back up with you on that. Yes, sir.
I know you said some of the situations are like a first come, first served basis. How are you guys distributing this information to folks who are on SNAP?
Well, we're going to post it on all of our social media outlets. Our communication department has been doing a really good job helping us get the word out. Also, again, I want to, and I don't have that in front of me, but the website that I mentioned, the Mecklenburg, the Nourish Up / that is also a site that we're utilizing to get that information out also. So we have a formal communication plan to get that information out to all of those individuals that need to know.
If everything is resolved by Wednesday, there have been discussions about things possibly picking up this week. What happens then?
Well, if the benefits are reinstated, our team would work extremely hard to get those benefits back out as soon as possible. I don't have the logistics on that. I don't know if Yulonda want to offer those details, but the other assistance that we're providing, fortunately, we will not have to continue with that. You have any specifics on the?
Hi. And so, as County Manager Bryant shared earlier, we are continuing to process food applications, food nutrition services applications, as well as food nutrition services recertifications. And so our information is in the system. Part of the challenge with determining when benefits would be available is because the state needs to receive guidance from USDA around the process for how these benefits should be issued. And then those benefits would go from our NCDHHS to our vendor in the EBT system. So while the state has said that they are able to transmit that information quickly, depending on how long it takes before them to receive that guidance and the vendor, which works with other states, that could impact how quickly individuals could actually receive those benefits.
And to Yolonda's point, while we're awaiting that guidance, if that was to materialize, our support will continue.
And just to make sure I have the right number, these current benefits could last up to 30 days.
Some of them can last up to 30 days, yes. Yes, those food boxes we talked about can last up to 4 weeks, 30 days. Some of the gift cards as well, the food gift cards, could possibly last up to 30 days as well. But again, that does not account for all 138,500 individuals. Just counts for about 30% of those folks that we're talking about.
To that end of it being roughly 30%, this is about just shy of $1 million, and there's about a $23 million gap in that 30-day span. Do you have a rough estimate of how much of that gap has been filled, whether by community donation or corporation donation, where that stands?
Well, I want to echo again what my chair said, and I'll begin by expressing my gratitude for our community partners stepping up to try to help us fill that gap. From the corporate sector, nonprofits, all of our community partners, the faith community are stepping up, and we are coordinating our efforts accordingly to try to fill that gap. You know, this is unfamiliar territory for us. And we also got to factor the capacity of some of our food banks as well. But certainly them stepping up will assist us with serving more. How many, I can't tell you at this time, but the donations are coming in. Folks are constantly reaching out to me, asking how can they help as well.
Are we good? Any of the other leaders want
Anyone want to say anything?
have any remarks? Are we good?
Yeah, Dr. Kimm Campbell, I would be remiss not to say that I've been here about 2 months, and I just want to express my appreciation to the county commissioners and our county manager and our leadership in the Human Services agency. They've really stepped up in providing the resources and support that our fragile and vulnerable residents need. Everyone knows that you can't really access the full benefit of health and human services when your basic needs are not being met, right? And food is a basic need. And so I'm proud to say I've joined a community that's really stepped into the gap of leadership in response to our superior government's lack of action as it relates to making sure SNAP beneficiaries get their benefits on time. So thank you.
Thank you all for coming out. Have a good one.
Thank you. For those of you that want to go to the pantry, I will guide you as soon as we clear the leaders here. So thank you.